Eddie, how eager are you after spending so much time injured last year to get back on the field and prove yourself? And how ready do you feel right now?
I'm ready. It's just just trying to get back with the team, turning this thing around. That's what it's about mostly. We already know what we've been through, so just new identity, man. Just trying to turn this thing around, man, and feel like we got the guys and the pieces to do that this year.
Hey, you're talking about seventh training camp. What's different about? What do you think is different about this one than the others?
Oh man, for me personally, man, it's just year 7. Just want to continue to get better. Coming off the injury last year, it sucks. But like I said, we got a lot of new pieces. A lot of new faces. So just want to turn this thing around. That's just the main goal. Year in year out. New faces, new everything. I'm tired of the same old standard that the Bears having, the same everything, the same results in and out every year. So we want to make it to the playoffs and eventually win a Super Bowl.
Eddie, that's what I actually wanted to ask you about. You're talking about turning it around, and it sounds like you're referring to last year, turning it around from 3-14. But you have been through a lot of frustrating seasons here. How much has that propelled you or kind of motivated you to experience some more success here other than just 2018?
It motivates you a lot because it's very frustrating. Nothing about me is a loser. I hate losing. I don't like it. I feel like it shouldn't be acceptable. So just coming in here working day in, day out, year in, year out, and just getting this thing to where we know it can be. And like I said, I feel like this year is the one of the best years I felt. That we got a lot of key pieces that we really can do it. We really can turn it around. We got guys that really care about football in the locker room. Guys that go out there, they bust their tail even during OTAs. Most guys slack off, but you don't see that. I didn't see that this OTAs, even though I wasn't out there in the beginning. But just the feedback I got, and when I was out there watching film and just seeing the guys flying around was just a different feeling.
Tremaine, Ryan Poles said that the goal right now is raising expectations, and I think it was Justin Fields who had mentioned both you and TJ coming from championship organizations. Have you felt guys maybe lean on you for trying to figure out how to raise expectations, given you've gone through that?
Yeah, I think, anytime, you have young guys in the building, they lean towards the older guys just as far as for guidance, as far as leadership and those type of things. Even guys like Eddie that was here before me and TJ got here. I leaned on Eddie for a lot of stuff just because it's two different type of coaches. I'm coming from a different team and just trying to, understand what the Bears coach is, understanding, things that he started here prior to myself getting here is definitely important. But, I think just making sure that I'm leading the young guys, making sure the older guys that have tasted a little bit of success are leading the younger guys so they can feel what that feels like. I think experience is the number one teacher. So guys that's been there, guys that played in those games, guys that know what it takes to win, should definitely speak up and be the leaders on the team.
Jermaine, to go along with that. And you said on Twitter that you're going to have one of the best seasons ever played by a safety. And then you said, "Mark my words." What prompted you to tweet that, and what is the thinking there?
Just the mindset, the mindset, you got to speak it into existence. Like I said, last year I came off injury, I wanted to put that staple, stamp that in last year, but I wasn't able to finish that. So this year, man, having guys like Trey and the key pieces we have on defense, man, and I feel like it's just going to be one of those years. Sometimes you just got to bet on yourself, and I feel like if I bring my best, other guys going to bring their best, and that's what's going to help the team. So like I said, it's all about turning this thing around.
Just to follow up on your answer to Courtney's question, as someone who was part of the rise and that breakthrough in Buffalo, what did you learn from that experience about how a team not only gets on that path, but then can sustain it for several years?
Yeah, I think it's just about being together. It's going to be a lot of bad days. Everything is not going to be glitz and glams. I think when you're on a journey, and obviously a journey that's more bigger than yourself, you're going to go through those rough days, but I think those rough days is what bring the team together. It's about not pointing fingers. It's about, number one, taking accountability. If you can't look yourself in the mirror, you can't expect nobody else to believe in you. So you got to believe in yourself before anybody else can. But, I think that's, one of the things that made us have success. A lot of guys took that accountability to bring their best each and every day, and we challenge each other every day. And a lot of those characteristics is what I saw here in the spring. We came out of practice, challenge each other every day, however that may be, to bring out your best you. Whether if you're a talker, talk. If you're not a talker, just do what you got to do. Let your actions speak. But at the end of the day, the main goal is making each other better. So each time we step foot on that field, that should be what the goal is, to make each other better, compete at a high level, And I mean, competition breeds out the best in everybody. So, you know, when you have, you know, obviously your top guys going out there landing on the line, the young guys have nothing left to do but to follow that. So it's about laying it all out there and taking it day by day. You know, it's gonna be a long journey. And like I said, man, everything is not gonna be, you know, all good. You know, you're gonna go through some rough times, but those rough times is what make a good football team. Those rough times is what make a good player. And I think as a whole, when you got each guy believing in that and buying into that, I mean, you're gonna get your end result.
Tremaine, do you welcome the opportunity to step into a leadership role? I think, you know, you're gonna be looked at that way coming in here. Is that new for you? Do you, or does you
Nah,
feel
that's not new. I'm very comfortable, and I was in that leadership role in Buffalo, and you know, nothing to change here. You know, I take, you know, full responsibility. You know what I'm saying, and that's my character. You know what I mean. I'm a natural born leader, and you know, I know that I'm gonna make guys around me better just because of what I'm gonna put out there on the field each and every day. So, obviously, being a leader, you know, when you say one thing, you just know you got a lot of fingers getting pointed back at you. But you know, we have a lot of good leaders in the room, man, and you know, I'm excited to get to work with them. Now officially training camp. You know, obviously we already had our time OTAs in the spring, but obviously now we're getting closer to the season. So, you know, like I said, man, it's not nothing new to me.
I don't think we asked you about this at the end of last season. I don't think we had the chance to. With Jaquan leading the team in sacks last year as a rookie, what were your, I guess, takeaways from his ability to do that? And what do you think that says just about, I don't know, him as a player, but also, you know, kind of what the team lacked up front last year and the weight that put on the back end of the defense to have to compensate there?
For one, you know, Brisk, you know, he's a heck of a player. You know, a young guy, he's feisty, he's a dog. You know, and that's what you expect from him. You know, if you ask him that question, he's gonna tell you, I do it every year. You know, that's just his mindset. And just for us as a defense, you know, that's why it's called a team. You know, sometimes we lean on them, sometimes they lean on us. You know, we don't point fingers. We just go out there each and every day. You know, try to get better, try to improve week in, week out, and you know, make our plays.
I mean, when you first got here, you told us that like your career was just getting started, and the game was still developing. Where do you feel like you can still grow your game?
I mean, I'm gonna say everywhere. That's just me as a competitor. You know, I feel like there's a lot of room left to grow in every area of my game, and that's what I'm most excited about. Just taking that next step. You know, this is going on year 6 now, and you know, I feel like I just got in here. You know, my body feel good, mentally I'm in a good state. So it's just about just improving honestly on everything. You know, I'm just making little deposits in that bucket, and you know, just knowing that it's gonna pay off.
Bocek, most of the time you've been here, obviously been established, but the other stars on this defense were the guys that came in after you or came in right around the same time as you. Having Tremaine come in as another star in this league, is that what you? Is that like reinvigorating? Is that like something like let me show him it's another dog in here, like we out here together?
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Especially like when you get a player like that, you know, it kind of reminds me when we got Matt, you know, Khalid. It's like, all right, we got to show him like it's some dogs in here. You know, he ain't by himself. He got guys that's ready to go to war with him. You know, he got guys that's gonna go in, day out, work. We ain't gonna complain. We gonna buy in. So when you see a guy like that, you know, like he said, he's just like, okay, he see what type of dogs this is. He see he got guys he gonna go to war with. You know, so it just makes all us buy in and all us, you know, this thing, it makes it better. It makes it greater for us to go out there and work and really accomplish something.
Eddie, Darnell credited you with helping him get through his injury. How important was it for you to be around the team last year dealing with your injury and then for you to kind of help him through his?
Oh man, I feel like we helped each other to be, you know, honestly speaking, you know, me, him, and Jack Sanborn. You know, I feel like I said it in OTAs, just us being around each other, just seeing all us go through that, all us, you know, coming in here day in, day out in off season, not going on vacation, not traveling, you know, just locking in, you know, so and to see, you know, Jack, he was cleared first and then I was cleared next and then, you know, Mooney was after us. So it's just a motivation for each other, you know, just seeing that we all going through this thing together. You're not alone with it. And in the mental part, you know, I talked to Mooney just, you know, because I've been hurt before. So the biggest thing is mental. You know, you coming in every single day doing the same things over and over and over and over. So it can kind of get you mentally drained. You know, you can get mentally frustrated. So you keep a strong mind, you keep working, just know, like Tremaine said, everything is not going to be good. You know, you're going to have your tough days. You know, you're going to have them weeks where it's feel like it's day, man. Nothing is getting better. Then next week, boom, you know, you will see that big jump. So it was huge for all of us to have each other in here.
That happened to you right before the draft too, when you were in college.
Mhm.
What did you learn then about just the mental toughness it takes to come back? And is that kind of what you were sharing with him as much as
Yeah.
the injuries you had in the first?
Yeah, 1,000%. I was just telling him, like, you know, you got to take it week by week. You know, some days you're gonna come in here, you're gonna be feeling good, you know, and then some days you're gonna come in here, you're gonna feel like you took a step back, you know, and that's just a part of it. You know, it's not gonna always just be in here, okay, it's gonna be progress, you're gonna feel it every time. Nah, it's gonna get tough. You know, you're gonna feel like, man, this is like I can't get over this hump. And then a week or two later, you're gonna see when we right over the hump. So just staying mentally strong, you know, not getting down on yourself, not feeling sorry for yourself, and, you know, just keep working.
Subject of-
When you talk about changing the standard, how do you make your teammates and everybody in this building believe it?
The way we work, you know, the way we approach this thing. Like I said, OTAs, you know, if you could turn that film OTAs and just see how guys was flying around, you know, guys flying around, guys locking in, and just going out there week in, week out. And obviously, you know, the most important is to win games, you know, so, you know, but that starts with us, how we approach practice. You know, training camp is here. So this day one of it. So today and tomorrow is gonna speak volume to what type of team we're gonna have in the future and what type of team or organization we're headed. And, you know, it goes well upstairs too, you know, as well as coaching, as well as the players taking the coaching and us going out there. But like I said, the most important thing is us winning games.
The subject of the quarterback show has come up a couple times in availability this morning. I don't know if you guys, the one on Netflix, I don't know if you saw it, but I don't know. The biggest takeaway for me was seeing how many resources players have to invest outside of the facility in their bodies. And I know you have done the training, was it Pensacola or Alabama, the stuff away from here. That's something I feel like people maybe miss. Like how much would you estimate if there's like either a financial number or the hours that you spend getting your body right away from what you do inside this facility every day during the season?
You can answer that first.
Yeah, I go. You know, I think it's different for each player. You know, obviously, what stage you are at, you know, in your career, first year, second year, as myself, my 6th year. I think it just varies from player to player. You know, some players are gonna need a little bit more than other players, and I think that's just natural. So, I think if you ask me, ask Eddie, ask somebody else, everybody's answer is gonna be a little bit different. Me personally, it just depends on, you know, what I can get done here at the facility. If I can't get everything done here, you know, obviously my schedule throughout the week is a little bit different, but everything is geared towards to just being my best come game time. So however that looks, like right now, I don't know if I have an exact number to give you as far as hours and, you know, time of that nature, but I'm for sure putting that time in to make sure my body is in the best shape, is in the best condition to go out there and give it my all come game day. So that's for me, but like I said, everybody's probably gonna have a different answer though.
Yeah, because
You said this is your 6th year in the league. Are you coming in
Last one.
expecting to yourself or to anybody that may be down you, high profile signing, legacy in the city of linebackers? Do you feel like you have anything to prove to anybody? And if so, what?
Nah, man, you know, it's always me versus myself, man, you know, at the end of the day. And, you know, like I said earlier, when I first started this, man, I got to prove it to myself first before anybody else. You know, I'm going to prove it to myself that I'm the player that I know I am, that I can make the plays I know I can make. So it's not about proving it to nobody else, man. Once I prove it to myself, I let that speak for itself. But, you know, I'm taking a day at a time, man, and I'm gonna come ready to work for sure.
Thanks, guys.
thank you. Good.